Beginning of the meal, so we hope that you'll be more appreciative after a few glasses of wine than you might have been at the beginning. So we'll kick off the ceremonials by asking Mr. Michael Burridge, who is the father of the bride, to speak. Mr. Burridge.
Well, that's taken up the first paragraph of my speech anyway. So. My name is Mike, and I have the great honour and pleasure to be the father of the bride, lovely Lucy. And who's this man who suddenly... this will not be a long speech, because when I inquired of my lovely daughter, this one, whether I was expected to make a speech, she said, yes, certainly you are, Dad, but she said, I don't want you whinging on forever, I'm going to leave that to Michael. Michael, that's absolutely right. And of course, there's all sorts of stories about people who speak to. I remember a great story concerning F.E. Smith, many of you will remember, was probably the greatest advocate of the first part of the 20th century. He became the first Earl of Birkenhead, and he was a very sought-after public speaker. And on one occasion at a city dinner, he was called upon to make the final speech, replying on behalf of the guests. And the chap in front of him droned on and on forever. And Smith, who by all accounts was quite a pleasant and forgiving man, did get rather fed up with this, and eventually got to the point where the previous speaker, even he thought he'd said enough, and decided to sit down. And the toastmaster said, I will now call upon the Right Honourable the Earl of Birkenhead to give his address. To which the great man rose to his feet. He said, my address is 10 Eaton Square and I'm going there straight away. But I hope I won't make such an outburst necessary for anybody else. I'm a very lucky man. Well, Daphne and I are two very lucky people because we have three absolutely smashing kids. Who we... Here. 2.5. And we have some half-decent grandchildren as well. No, we are very honoured indeed to have such wonderful children, and I'm not going to try and debate their relative virtues to the extent they have any. But suffice it to say, I think I'm allowed to say this on this occasion, everybody loves Lucy. We all agree that she is a beautiful girl with a lovely personality, and I thought you were going to do the kicking, baby. And I've never heard Lucy speak ill of anyone, and I think that tells you a lot about a person, particularly with what she's had to put up with her recent marriage.
Sorry.
But actually, Michael, just to put things right, the next bit in the script here, we've got pre-scripted, the whole family were delighted. When Lucy formed a relationship with Michael, I mean, part of the thing was with a name like that, he can't go wrong, can he? And to add to our delight, because this sort of thing is important on our side of the family, after her first meeting with Michael, Mia pronounced herself very satisfied with him. that is pretty important in our family. You can't do anything without Mia's support. That was very important. But to be a bit serious about it for a minute, it's been an absolute delight to see Lucy's relationship with Michael grow. They are clearly very much in love with each other, and as if that wasn't enough, it is of course now official news that there is a minor Latimer on its way, which is absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure everybody in this room is absolutely thrilled, or both of them, to know that that is the case. And,
well done, Lucy.
but, we're all absolutely thrilled for Lucy, because I think at one stage she just assumed, because of various medical problems, that she wasn't ever going to have any children. She loves young children, and so I think we are witnessing, in the truest sense of the word, a little miracle arising out of this relationship. I've mentioned Mia already. I mean, somehow you have to mention Mia, but we ought to mention Max as well. I mean, Max is the... oh, you're there, sorry. Max is the well-dressed dude who's been keeping a close eye on things all day. And Mia actually does keep a close eye on the sort of family developments, such as Lucy's expected baby. The last time I spent a day with Max and Mia and the children, Mia was watching daytime television just before lunch, and it happened to be the occasion of the 30th birthday of the family from Liverpool, who 30 years before had produced sextuplets. And I could see Mia watching this, and I thought we'd moved on to other business. But she said to me after a pause, she said, "Grandpa," she said, "when Lou has her baby, will 6 come out there all the time?" So, you know, anything is possible, isn't it? So, we're watching out with interest on that. Lucy and Michael have, of course, been together for some time, and they've had a chance to work out one another's idiosyncrasies and what have you. And it wasn't that long ago that Lucy felt compelled to face up to a rather annoying habit of Michael's.
This one.
Because she realised that every morning when he got out of bed, he took off his clothes and he stood in front of the window and had a big stretch and what have you. And she thought, God, this is all a bit embarrassing. So in the end, even the modest Lucy had to say to him, "Michael, will you stop doing that? Otherwise people will think I've married you for your money." You know, I was listening. Here is some other important news from the front. I was driving along listening to the radio in the car yesterday, and I forget who it was, Steve Wright or something, was interviewing the amazing Simon Cowell, and they were picking his brains about tonight's upcoming final in Has Britain Got Talent. And he said, well, I couldn't possibly say I think it's going to win. And he pressed him a bit. He said, well, okay. He said, if you want my view on who I think is going to win, I think Lucy is going to win Britain's Got Talent. So there you are. I have my spies watching it, so we will find out in due course what the answer is to that one. But anyway, to quote my lovely daughter, I've whinged on quite long enough. I hope in amongst all the nonsense I've managed to demonstrate the affection and the gratitude that we all feel towards Lucy and Michael, and very particularly for your great generosity today. I mean, what a wonderful event it's been. And, I don't know which one of it is, but your contact with the Almighty is most impressive, because we should have had thunderstorms. And you managed to sort that as well, so that's really very good. So, thank you, both of you, for inviting us to join in this wonderfully happy day of yours. Speaking as a poor old dad, I can't think of anything nicer, and I'm sort of absolutely thrilled to bits about it all. I'm sure Daphne is as well. So many congratulations on that, and thank you for an absolutely super day, which hasn't of course come to an end yet. And I think I've reached the point where I should ask you please to be upstanding and raise a glass to the bride and groom. Bride and groom.
Well, I think you'll agree that's quite a hard act to follow. So please don't get your hopes up too high as we call upon the groom, Mr. Michael Latimer.
Firstly, thank you, Michael, for your very, very kind words. And then firstly, on behalf of my beautiful wife, I'd like to welcome all of you here today. It is our absolute pleasure to have all our friends and family and my brothers here to join us in a special day.
Very brave, very brave.
A wise man once told me that a groom's speech should take no longer than it takes him to make love to his wife on his wedding night. Thank you.
Sit down.
On a serious note, I've been searching around for an adequate romantic quote to sum up how I feel, and I looked everywhere, but in the end I needed to go no further than the words of the great man himself, Homer Simpson. And he said, marriage is like being married to your best friend, only that she lets you play with her boobs. But on a serious note, Lucy, you look beautiful today, and I was in awe when I saw you walk down the aisle with your dad and the entourage. And it's kind of amazing that you know, our past couple of years has ended up here today. You know, it's incredibly amazing that actually, you know, we are here and we're now married. Lucy and I have a relationship where we can spend every waking minute together, which is great. We have different interests. Mine are personal fitness and extreme sports. And Lucy's is shopping and spending money. But actually our main interests are also each other. And just in case, well, you have heard officially, but I think everybody in this room knew, that we are expecting a a baby. It's a boy. He will be called Charles. Charlie. Lucy will make a fabulous mum, as you've heard from her dad. Her love for kids is right inside her. So we're looking forward to that. And Johnny and Susie are brushing up on some babysitting skills for their new brother. Believe it or not, in our relationship, one of us is arrogant, stubborn, pig-headed, and knows it all. But what I'm pleased about is that luckily Susie's been open, honest, and willing to learn. Lucy. If I can ask them, well, yeah, as we know, there are quite a few people who have not been able to join us tonight, and for all sorts of reasons, and we all miss them, and so I'd like everybody, please, to be standing, and we'll propose a toast to absent friends. I'm nearly finished. When I asked John to be my best man, and also with Robert, I didn't understand the meaning of the word manana, but now I do. But thank you both for all of your help today. There is an unwritten rule. No one is allowed to look as handsome as the groom or as beautiful as the bride, and I'm glad to say there's no competition. He's not helping himself.
I'm not going to go easier on you.
There are many thank yous on a day like this, and we are going to thank, obviously, all of the wedding party. But special thanks to Crispin for his lovely reading at the ceremony, and also Johnny Moore, who did lots of work for us behind the scenes. I need to mention my lovely mother here, and thank her not only for my conception.
Miraculous, as it were.
For looking so beautiful today, and for coming to terms with the fact that you raised the perfect son. I'd also like to thank my new in-laws, Michael, Daphne and Anthony, for their all their help and support and acceptance, and for helping making this whole sort of show for us very, very easy. So I thank you for that. We've had a lot of people who've made long journeys to be here, and it would be very remiss of me if I didn't mention this. To Andrew and Maggie, who've come from Australia. To Rob and Amy from San Francisco. Susanna and Michelle from Dubai. Charla from Turkey. Rolf from Germany. Chloe and Connor from Scotland. And Hugh Blake Thomas from Blind Heath. In closing, we also owe a huge thanks to the golf club here for putting on a fabulous spread. I'm going to close up now, obviously, with a bridal party, and it's part of my job today to thank the bridesmaids, and I start with my beautiful daughter, Susie. The lovely Becky. And also Max as our page boy. And also not forgetting Johnny, my son, fantastic son, who was our groomsman. So that just now leaves it for me to ask everybody to be upstanding, please, and raise your glasses in toast to the bridesmaids. The bridesmaids. Thank you.
You're going to make a speech, mate.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please pay attention to the senior best man who is about to speak. Oh, that's me. I am hugely honoured to be invited back as Mike's best man. And for the very first time in an official capacity. I don't think it's that often that the groom can be quite as worried at his own wedding as Mike must be today. I have almost 50 years of backstory on my brother, and I have of course been helped with input from the family. Victoria Corran offered some good advice to the groom. I paraphrase: pick a best man. Seriously, pick one. Don't have two. On your wedding day, you do not want to look like a man who can't commit to one person. I believe my main responsibilities for today, or as Mike suggests for tomorrow if I get round to it, are to ensure that the groom arrives on time and looking good. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. After all, I am a gynecologist and not a plastic surgeon. Let me tell you a little about Mike. We first met back in the 60s. And, like all brothers, we've certainly had our ups as well as our downs. I remember back to times when petty arguments would arise from nowhere. Then Mike would call me smelly, and I would call him big ears. Then it would spiral out of all proportion, and we'd each end up running home in tears. But sure enough, the next day, Mike would drop me an email from work. And we'd make up. We were absolutely delighted to hear that Mike and Lucy were going to get hitched, even before the whole shotgun element became Mike has seen it as his duty to make women happy. He does this by marrying some and leaving others. On behalf of the bridesmaids, I'd like to thank Mike for his kind words. I have to agree, they look absolutely wonderful, and they have done an excellent job this afternoon in getting Lucy ready and to the wedding in time. From what I hear, she put up quite a fight.
You've no idea.
It's a great honour to be chosen to be Mike's best man. After all, he had so many close friends to choose from. It's just a shame that they were both busy today. Still, as they say, blood is thicker than water. Mike, of course, is thicker than bone. Mike is a great fan of Crystal Palace, and Mike, in many ways, married life can be compared with a game of football. So, be fully committed every week and make sure you score every Saturday. Change ends at half-time. And don't put your tackle in too hard, or you might injure yourself. We are delighted to have guests all around the world today, including Australia. As with previous Latimer weddings, it has been very difficult to get the seating plan right, so, as usual, we are arranging you by decreasing value of wedding gift. At this point, tradition dictates that the best man lists the groom's positive qualities. Lucy, you will have found that Mike is extremely kind and thoughtful. He is funny and great company. He's a great dad. Johnny and Susie have turned out brilliantly, and he has had years of practice changing nappies. So, to wrap this up, I'd just like to say that marriage is not about finding someone you can live with. It's about finding someone you can't live without. And some advice from an old hand at this marriage business. The best way to remember your wedding anniversary is to forget it once. At this point, I suppose I will have to thank the junior assistant deputy best man.
Do you know what? I'm sick of this. Every time Mike gets married, you stand up, you do the speech, you make fun of me, you stand there with your la-di-da job and your university career, and I'm the one who knows Mike best.
Really? Well, tell me how well you know him then.
A gifted child.
He spoke at 3.
No, he walked at 3.
No, that was 6.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. You shot him first.
He came off worse.
A slight bleed.
A fractured knee.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. His gifted school career.
He came to education late. And don't forget his month at Hendon.
Evening, oh! That's right.
It warms my heart to know that you remember still the way you do.
Ah, yes, I remember it well. How often I've thought of his prowess at sport and with ladies as well. How elusive that hole-in-one's been when his mother has 3. But persuading 3 women to marry you is quite an achievement. Wouldn't you agree? Pause, please. What a great cook.
I disagree.
Cordon bleu.
Non, le chef petit.
Ah oui, je m'en souviens bien. What a great driver.
Yes, he was endorsed.
By the advanced drivers.
No, the courts.
Ah yes, I remember it well. He set girls' hearts on fire.
No, he set his car on fire.
His hair is naturally black.
Yes, of course it is.
How strong he was. how young and gay, a prince of love in every way. Ah, yes, we remember it well. At this point, sorry to make you worried. At this point, we'd like to connect with some people who couldn't be here today. So we're going to read some telegrams in turn. So this gives me a chance to get involved.
Dear Lucy, good luck on your wedding day, and hope you spend many happy years together. But I will always wonder what might have happened between us had things worked out. Love, Justin Timber.
And here's one from Michael. Dear Mike, I hope you're not going to forget us now you're married. From all the girls at the Hot Spice Sauna and Massage.
And we have one here from the manager of Centre Parks. We are sorry to interrupt your happy day and bring up your unpaid bill for the hiring of specialist steeplejacks who were required to abseil down the flume to extract you after you had blocked the egress of small children. Thankfully, with a superhuman effort, the team was able to extract you from where you had become lodged in the pipework, and no resection of the tubing was required.
Here's one. Sorry I can't be there. Something's come up. And I bet you wish you'd sold the picture a little sooner. And that's from your old mate, Rolf Harris. Too soon?
And this one, not strictly speaking a telegram, but more of a small parcel. Dear Mr. Latimer, please find enclosed, in time for your honeymoon, the penis enlarger kit that you ordered.
Okay, this one might be genuine. Please pass all our love and best wishes to Mike and Lucy. Lucy, welcome to the Latimer clan. Love from cousin Judy and all the Eastmans in Australia.
Mike and Lucy, I wish I could be there to help you celebrate your new life together. Congratulations on getting off to such a bountiful start. Love and best wishes always. Have a fabulous day, cousin Carolyn.
To Lucy, we have a honeymoon suite available for you on the beach in sunny Oz. Come out soon and meet the tribe. Bring Mike along too, if you like. Warmest congratulations, cousins Sue and Jim, Queensland, Australia.
And finally, from Mike's 91-year-old auntie in Sydney, Australia, so pleased that you are keeping the family name going and going and going. All my love, Auntie Pat. That's all. Thank you very much.